Welcome to our channel. In today's video, we'll dive into the fascinating topic of technology's role in end-time prophecies. From AI to digital currencies, we'll explore how these innovations are shaping the future in ways that might align with ancient prophecies. If you enjoy this content, please like, share, and comment below with your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest videos. If you're feeling extra generous, consider showing your support with a super thanks. Let's get started. As we move further into the 21st century, technological advancements are reshaping the way we interact with the world. From artificial intelligence (AI) to surveillance systems and digital currencies, technology is advancing at a rapid pace. But beyond their practical uses, these innovations are also being interpreted through the lens of end-time prophecies, particularly within Christian eschatology. In many religious circles, the technological developments of today are seen as fulfilling ancient prophecies about the rise of a one-world government, the emergence of the Antichrist, and the establishment of a global system of control. This video will explore how technological advancements, such as AI, surveillance systems, and digital currencies, are viewed in relation to end-time prophecies, particularly in the context of the Bible's warnings about a coming global order that many associate with the rise of the Antichrist. Artificial intelligence (AI) is often hailed as one of the most transformative and innovative technologies of the 21st century. From machine learning to neural networks and automated systems, AI is reshaping industries such as healthcare, finance, and transportation, enhancing efficiency and enabling solutions to complex problems. However, when examined through the lens of end-time prophecy, AI's potential takes on a more foreboding dimension. Many interpreters of biblical prophecy suggest that AI could play a pivotal role in fulfilling apocalyptic predictions, particularly those concerning the rise of a totalitarian regime led by the Antichrist. The Book of Revelation outlines a chilling scenario involving global domination by a powerful figure, frequently associated with the Antichrist. Revelation 13:16-17 describes a system wherein a mark of the beast becomes essential for participation in economic activities. This mark, speculated by some to manifest as a digital ID, biometric verification, or even an implanted microchip, could represent a means of tracking and controlling individuals' actions and transactions. In this context, AI could provide the technological infrastructure needed to implement and enforce such a system. Modern AI applications already demonstrate the capacity for extensive surveillance and control. Facial recognition technology, real-time data analysis, and predictive policing are increasingly employed by governments and corporations worldwide. These AI-driven systems can track individuals' movements, analyze their behaviors, and predict potential actions. When integrated with the Internet of Things (IoT), AI creates a web of interconnected devices capable of monitoring nearly every aspect of a person's life, from communication to commerce. This unparalleled level of oversight aligns closely with the prophetic vision of a controlled global society. In the framework of end-time prophecies, AI could be instrumental in establishing the Antichrist's dominance. Advanced AI systems could enable centralized control over essential services, including finance, healthcare, and security. A cashless society, facilitated by digital currencies, would make all transactions traceable and subject to oversight. Those who refuse to comply with the mark of the beast system could find themselves ostracized, unable to buy or sell, and excluded from societal participation. Moreover, AI's capacity for autonomous decision-making poses additional risks in the context of a totalitarian regime. By analyzing vast datasets, AI could identify dissenters, predict uprisings, and even execute punitive measures with precision. Such a system would allow the Antichrist to suppress opposition and maintain absolute control with minimal human intervention, creating a dystopian reality where freedom and privacy are obliterated. While AI's potential for advancing human progress is undeniable, its misuse in the wrong hands underscores the dual-edged nature of technological innovation. For those who view AI through the prism of biblical prophecy, Its rise is a harbinger of the fulfillment of ancient warnings. Whether as a tool of oppression or liberation, AI's trajectory will profoundly influence the future, leaving humanity to grapple with its ethical, spiritual, and existential implications. One of the most striking elements of biblical end-time prophecy is the concept of the mark of the beast, detailed in Revelation 13:16-17. This passage warns of a time when all people, regardless of social or economic status, will be required to bear a mark on their right hand or forehead to engage in commerce. Many scholars and interpreters associate this prophecy with a system of global control instituted by a totalitarian government led by the Antichrist. In today's technological landscape, the mark is increasingly viewed as a metaphor for advanced systems of identification and surveillance. Modern interpretations often link the mark of the beast to digital identification, biometric tracking, or microchip implants. These technologies are no longer speculative. They are active components of contemporary society. Digital IDs, facial recognition, and RFID chips are being used to verify identities, monitor movements, and track transactions. It is not far-fetched to envision a world where such technologies become mandatory for participation in everyday economic activities. This system could enforce control over fundamental aspects of life, including access to food, water, healthcare, and employment. Surveillance technologies have already permeated global societies. Governments and corporations collect massive amounts of personal data through smartphones, social media, and IoT devices. Advanced facial recognition systems can identify individuals in real time, while biometric tools like fingerprint and iris scanners are used for authentication in banking, travel, and security. In some countries, mass surveillance programs monitor citizens' movements, communications, and purchases under the guise of national security or public safety. These systems demonstrate how easily technology can facilitate widespread monitoring and control. The rapid evolution of artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning enhances the potential for surveillance. AI algorithms can analyze enormous datasets to detect patterns, predict behaviors, and enforce compliance. For example, predictive policing uses AI to anticipate crimes before they occur, raising ethical questions about privacy and preemptive enforcement. Similarly, centralized digital currencies could track every financial transaction, making economic participation entirely traceable. From a prophetic standpoint, these advancements align with the warnings in Revelation. If a global government were to mandate a digital ID or biometric tracking system for economic participation, it would closely mirror the biblical description of a world under the Antichrist's control. Such a system would effectively segregate society into compliant participants and outcasts, denying the latter access to essential resources. The infrastructure for this scenario already exists, with AI and surveillance technologies providing the means to monitor and enforce compliance on an unprecedented scale. While these technologies offer undeniable benefits streamlining processes, enhancing security, and improving convenience, they also highlight the potential dangers of unchecked power. A centralized system of control, enabled by advanced surveillance, could strip individuals of autonomy and freedom. From the perspective of end-time prophecy, this convergence of technology and authority foreshadows the fulfillment of ancient warnings about a totalitarian global order. As humanity continues to embrace these technologies, it must grapple with their ethical implications and the potential for misuse. Whether or not one views the mark of the beast as a literal prophecy, the parallels between biblical warnings and modern advancements underscore the importance of vigilance in preserving freedom and privacy. The rise of digital currencies is one of the most profound technological shifts in the modern financial landscape. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum have revolutionized the way people think about money, offering decentralized and secure alternatives to traditional banking systems. However, when viewed through the lens of end-time prophecies, digital currencies take on a more ominous tone, potentially serving as tools for centralized control within a new world order. Revelation 13:17 states that the mark of the beast will be required for individuals to buy or sell, implying that economic participation will be strictly regulated by a global regime. In this context, digital currencies, particularly central bank digital currencies (CBDCs), appear as a fitting mechanism for such control. Unlike physical currencies, which can be exchanged anonymously, digital currencies are inherently traceable. Every transaction, regardless of its size, is recorded on a digital ledger, creating a system in which financial activities can be monitored and regulated with precision. CBDCs, already being explored or implemented by several nations, differ from decentralized cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin in a crucial way. They are issued and controlled by central authorities. This centralization gives governments or financial institutions unparalleled control over the flow of money. In a dystopian scenario, a global central bank could regulate a unified digital currency, setting the rules for economic participation. Those who fail to comply with the regime, whether due to dissent, lack of the mark, or other reasons, could be excluded from the economy entirely, unable to buy food, pay for services, or access basic necessities. Critics of digital currencies often warn about this potential for misuse. The traceable nature of digital currencies makes them ideal tools for enforcing compliance. For example, a government could freeze assets, limit spending, or block transactions with the push of a button. Coupled with AI and surveillance systems, digital currencies could enable a level of control over individual behavior that has never before been possible. Such a system aligns disturbingly well with the prophetic warnings in Revelation about a time when a powerful leader, often identified as the Antichrist, will establish a global economic order that suppresses opposition and enforces loyalty. The book of Daniel also describes a dreadful kingdom in the end times, characterized by its ability to crush opposition and dominate the masses. Digital currencies, in this light, could be the economic backbone of such a regime. A centralized digital financial system would make it possible for a global government to enforce policies that serve the elite while marginalizing or oppressing the broader population. Economic independence would become a relic of the past, replaced by a system in which every transaction is a point of control. While digital currencies hold great promise for innovation and efficiency, their darker implications cannot be ignored. In the hands of an authoritarian regime, they could become tools for unprecedented oppression, stripping individuals of privacy, autonomy, and access to essential resources. Whether seen as a fulfillment of biblical prophecy or a warning about the dangers of unchecked technological power, the rise of digital currencies underscores the need for vigilance and ethical safeguards in shaping the future of the global economy. The Internet of Things (IoT), a rapidly expanding network of interconnected devices, is revolutionizing modern life by enhancing convenience and efficiency. From smart homes and wearable technology to connected vehicles and industrial systems, the IoT seamlessly integrates devices, allowing them to communicate and share data. However, when examined through the lens of end-time prophecies, the IoT reveals a darker potential, becoming a tool for pervasive surveillance and control. In biblical prophecy, the rise of a global regime led by the Antichrist is a recurring theme, with Revelation 13:16-17 warning of a time when economic and social participation will require allegiance to this system. The IoT, with its ability to monitor and collect data from virtually every aspect of daily life, could serve as the technological backbone for such a regime. Through IoT devices, authorities could track individuals' movements, monitor their communications, and even analyze their consumption patterns. This level of surveillance could make it easier to enforce compliance and identify dissenters. The IoT's potential to facilitate global surveillance becomes even more alarming when combined with artificial intelligence (AI). Advanced AI systems can process vast amounts of data collected by IoT devices, identifying patterns and predicting behaviors with remarkable accuracy. In the context of a totalitarian regime, this capability could be used to suppress opposition, enforce conformity, and maintain absolute control over the population. For example, smart home devices could monitor conversations, wearable technology could track health data, and connected vehicles could report on travel activities, leaving individuals with little to no privacy. This interconnected network aligns closely with prophetic warnings about a future where the Antichrist establishes global dominance. Scholars and interpreters of end-time prophecies often envision a society where every aspect of life is monitored and controlled, with dissent being swiftly punished. In such a scenario, the IUT could enable a level of surveillance that is both comprehensive and unavoidable, ensuring compliance with the regime's rules. Those who refuse to accept the mark of the beast or align with the global system could be easily identified and excluded from society, unable to access basic resources or participate in the economy. The IUT's role in creating a surveillance state is already visible in the modern world. Governments and corporations increasingly use IUT devices for tracking and data collection. For instance, smart city initiatives employ connected cameras, sensors, and infrastructure to monitor public spaces, while corporations use IUT data to influence consumer behavior. Although these technologies offer undeniable benefits, such as improved efficiency and security, they also raise significant concerns about privacy and the potential for misuse. From a prophetic perspective, the rise of the IUT could be a precursor to the fulfillment of biblical warnings about a totalitarian global order. The integration of IUT technology into everyday life, coupled with advancements in AI and data analytics, creates the infrastructure for a society where every action is monitored and controlled. While the IUT has the potential to improve quality of life, its darker implications serve as a stark reminder of the ethical challenges posed by technological progress. As humanity embraces the IUT, it must remain vigilant against its potential for misuse. The line between convenience and control is thin, and without proper safeguards, the IUT could become a tool for oppression rather than liberation. Whether seen as a fulfillment of prophecy or a warning about unchecked technological power, the IUT underscores the need for ethical oversight in shaping the future. The rise of global organizations such as the United Nations UN, World Economic Forum WEF, and the World Health Organization has fueled both admiration and skepticism. While their stated goals include addressing global challenges such as poverty, climate change, and public health, some see these organizations as stepping stones towards centralized global governance. In the context of biblical end-time prophecies, these entities are often interpreted as instruments in the creation of a one-world government, paving the way for the rise of the Antichrist. Revelation 13 describes a future in which a powerful global leader, often identified as the Antichrist, establishes dominance over all nations, instituting a system of control that encompasses every aspect of life. The increasing influence of global organizations aligns with this vision, as they advocate for policies and frameworks that transcend national borders. While these efforts may be seen as necessary to address global issues, they also raise concerns about the erosion of national sovereignty and the potential for centralized power to be misused. Critics argue that the UN, WEF, and WHO are working toward a unified global system that could eventually control everything from healthcare and economics to individual freedoms. These organizations have advocated for initiatives such as digital IDs, vaccine passports, and global climate policies, which some interpret as precursors to a system of surveillance and control. Coupled with advancements in AI, digital currencies, and IUT technologies, such a system could enforce compliance on an unprecedented scale, ensuring that no one can resist the regime. Digital currencies, particularly central bank digital currencies (CBDCs), could serve as a key tool for this global order. By replacing physical money with traceable digital alternatives, a central authority could monitor every financial transaction, enforce economic policies, and exclude non-compliant individuals from participating in the economy. The IUT and AI would further enhance this control, allowing the monitoring of individuals' movements, behaviors, and communications in real time. The WEF's concept of the Great Reset is one example that has drawn scrutiny. Advocates of the Great Reset argue for restructuring economies to be more sustainable and equitable, but critics claim it is a veiled attempt to centralize power under a global elite. Similarly, the WHO's push for global health regulations and the UN's Sustainable Development Goals have been interpreted by some as steps toward creating the infrastructure for a one-world government. From a prophetic perspective, these developments are seen as fulfilling the warnings in Revelation and the Book of Daniel about a global regime that will dominate and oppress humanity. The Antichrist, as described in prophecy, will leverage such a system to establish absolute control, requiring allegiance through the mark of the beast and punishing dissenters by excluding them from the global economy. While the goals of these organizations may stem from genuine concern for global challenges, the centralization of power they represent also carries significant risks. History has shown that concentrated authority often leads to tyranny. In the context of prophecy, this consolidation of power could be the foundation for the oppressive regime foretold in Scripture. As global organizations continue to shape the future, it is vital to ensure that their actions are guided by transparency, accountability, and respect for individual freedoms. Whether seen as prophetic fulfillment or a cautionary tale about unchecked power, the rise of global governance underscores the importance of balancing collective progress with the preservation of sovereignty and liberty. The rapid advancements in technology, including AI, surveillance systems, and digital currencies, are reshaping the way the world functions. From a prophetic perspective, these technologies are often seen as fulfilling ancient warnings about the rise of a global government led by the Antichrist. Whether it's the rise of AI as a tool for surveillance, digital currencies as a means of economic control, or the growing influence of global organizations, it's clear that technology is playing an increasingly prominent role in shaping the future of our world. While these developments may seem like signs of a dystopian future, they also highlight the potential for a new era of global cooperation and interconnectedness. Whether you view these technological advancements as fulfilling end-time prophecies or as part of ongoing societal evolution, the role of technology in shaping the future is undeniable. It is up to us to navigate these changes responsibly and be mindful of the potential consequences as we move toward an increasingly digital and interconnected world. As we continue to advance technologically, it's important to consider both the opportunities and challenges that come with these developments. While some may see technology as a tool for greater control, others view it as a means to improve our lives and foster global cooperation. Whatever the future holds, one thing is clear: technology will play a pivotal role in shaping the world we live in. As we move forward, let us remain vigilant, thoughtful, and open to the possibilities, ensuring that we use these advancements to build a better future for all. Thank you for watching, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more discussions on this fascinating topic.